See, one thing I primarily realized was when we were actually having a discussion, I realized that there was a touch that came in instantly, because what I wanted was coming out from the other side, from your side basically. And I could understand that you could read out my mind and primarily give out a solution before I could even speak out my queries. In fact, that was one of the reasons which attracted me immediately.
So basically, I had a website initially, and it was based in UK. I was having a lot of troubles with the website providers. They had designed the website and they were hosting it as well. But again, I started having issues. So I started looking out for another provider, and my contract was coming to an end as well. So luckily, I was on LinkedIn, and I was looking at providers where I came across Wither's post, which is Adwiz, provider. And I was really impressed by his post. So I thought, I started getting in touch with different people. So I got in touch with Wither as well. And I just asked him, what sort of services he provides and what do they do basically. Instantly, we clicked, and he just made me feel really comfortable, because I'm not a tech savvy person at all. So when it comes down to internet or and things like that, I get really nervous. So I was just thinking, what am I going to do? Because if the contract is coming to an end, and because I provide service, I have to be maintaining a website throughout, so that when clients come, they can see what sort of services I provide. So for me, for my business, internet or website plays a major role. So I spoke to Wither, and he made me feel really comfortable. He said, yes, he understood what is it that I was looking for. And he said, don't worry, the migrations is going to be really easy. He explained the whole migration process to me. And we just, as I said, we just clicked like that, and he did the whole process. And I just decided there and then, that's it. I'm just going to go ahead with this guy, because obviously when you're doing business with somebody, your mindset has to be on the same wavelength, and you have to click as well. So yeah, so I decided that, I'll just, leave it into Wither's hands, and I was 100% sure that he's going to take care of everything. And he absolutely did that. The whole migration process was very smooth, because I was wondering, I'm in UK and the service is based in India, how is it going to be? But it just probably took a couple of days with the migration. There was no downtime for my website. And so it was like switch off and on back in India. So I didn't realize, there was no downtime at all. I didn't realize that it has migrated. He just let me know the process. He asked me how to save my emails. And then once it's migrated, how to take it on the new server. And once it was switched on, everything was back on track, and it was very, very smooth transition process. I've had no issues at all.
Tried several marketing agencies. The cost of leads were really high, anything between $600 to $1,000, which we thought it's kind of a little obnoxious, because we're not into a brand building exercise as such, right? And also I think it's really hard to find an agency which works for you, and I somehow believe now that there are some agencies which, even if they're good, they won't be able to crack for you, right? So I think that's where the comfort with Adwiz came. First couple of months, obviously we tried you, we didn't know how could you fare, but it was great in terms of the cost of leads coming down from $600 to $800 to the below $200. The number of obviously leads increased. Slowly we also started, the quality of leads improved as well. Yeah, and I think that's why we pretty much sticking around Adwiz, and we were able to fill our space. Initially, I think in 3 months we were able to fill about 60% of our space through the leads that we got through Adwiz.
When we were doing that bit with you, it was excellent where we were going when we started out, and there were a lot of positives that were coming about.
Yeah, definitely. I think a couple of them I've already suggested. I would definitely love to suggest. So anyone who actually comes out for in this space in my vicinity, I would definitely like to recommend. See, primarily, when you recommend, there is lot of your personal stake that comes into the picture, because you are recommending with a confidence. And when you are confident that a particular team can actually deliver way beyond what was expected, I 100% make sure that I'm 100% sure that the next delivery would happen much beyond that. In fact, so the parameters actually get set on from the first delivery itself. In fact, and when we got our deliverables, in fact. So that's how when it looked down what we wanted and what we got it. And finally, I think when we recommend these things, these parameters actually play a very important role, right? In terms of the quality, you guys did an excellent job. Timeliness, I already said, you guys chased me out rather than I was chasing you for the result. So these are the things, and the first thing was when we were actually at a conceptual stage, I could read out, you guys could read out my mind much faster than I even could spell out something. So these are the things any customer would love to have it, and why not recommend when you have all the things that come into your kitty, and why not increase your customer base? Or
I would totally recommend your services to any business, because as I said, because of the reliability, trustworthiness, and the customer service as well. So if I've had any problems, not that I've had any problems, but even if I am thinking like, how do I do this? And Vidar has gone out of his way as well. So even if it's not website related issue, I've had any other issue with MailChimps and things like that, because I mentioned that I'm not tech savvy. I just sent an email to Vidar that Vidar, I'm stuck here, and he's gone out of his way to help me with other issues as well. So he never thinks that, it's not the service that I'm providing. Why do I need to help her? He's never thought that. He's given me so much of his time, solving my other technical problems as well. So I would highly recommend you guys to anyone. So thank you so much for all the service that you've been providing me.